Cole became, before that, we went to the Olympics before that, we became very close. But we became close on some disrespectful shit like.
It's May 2009, and while the basketball world is locked in on LeBron James dominating the playoffs in Cleveland, 2,000 miles west in Denver, an even more savage showdown is unfolding. The thin Colorado air is about to host a clash between two Olympic teammates, two future Hall of Famers, and two alpha competitors ready to rip each other apart on basketball's biggest stage. Inter. This isn't just Lakers versus Nuggets. This is the story of how Carmelo Anthony and Kobe Bryant turned basketball into blood sport. How mutual respect transformed into all-out warfare. And how one playoff series redefined everything we thought we knew about championship heart.
Games against Kobe on Christmas Day, is that the number one? Like, yo, I played against Black Mamba.
Kobe, you knew what you was getting yourself in.
The 2009 Western Conference Finals wasn't supposed to be personal. The Lakers, led by Kobe Bryant at the peak of his championship obsession, were the clear favorites. The Nuggets, powered by Carmelo Anthony's lethal scoring, were seen as the scrappy underdogs fresh off upsetting the Hornets. But here's what nobody expected. This wasn't just about a finals berth. This was about pride, ego, and two Olympic teammates discovering what friendly competition really meant. That was my moment with Kobe, Carmelo later revealed. Before that, we went to the Olympics, got real close, but close on some disrespectful *T. You know Kobe, he going right at your neck.
I mean, we hugged before the game, he was like,
War.
it's war.
Yeah.
I said, it's war, like let's get it. Like it ain't gonna be nothing easy. And I just remember him, he always would tell me, I'll guard you in the fourth, because they ain't gonna make no calls on me. They ain't gonna call no shit on me in the fourth.
The Lakers stormed into the Western Conference Finals like a machine. 8 straight wins, Kobe dropping a cold-blooded 30 a night, reminding the league why he was the closest thing to Jordan anyone had ever seen. Meanwhile, in Denver, Carmelo Anthony was rewriting his own narrative. 26 a game through the first 2 rounds, shutting up every critic who said he couldn't deliver in May. Melo wasn't just scoring, he was imposing his will, showing flashes of the generational bucket-getter he was always supposed to be. But this series? This wasn't about numbers on a box score. This was about legacy. About proving who truly belonged in the pantheon of greatness. Kobe versus Melo. Alpha versus alpha. Respect on the line.
That was my moment where me and Cole became, before that, we went to the Olympics before that, we became very close. But we became close on some disrespectful shit like Cole. You know Cole, man.
Going at your neck.
He going at your neck. He's saying shit to you, elbowing you. I had my braids back then too, so he touching my hair. I'm like, yo, I don't like, what the fuck are you doing?
Game 1 of the 2009 Western Conference Finals didn't feel like basketball. Ice-cold, mid-range daggers, bullying drives, free throws when he wanted them. It was peak Kobe, and it looked like just another night of domination. But Carmelo Anthony? He wasn't here to play the victim. He wasn't here to bow to the Mamba. He matched Kobe punch for punch, 39 points of his own, on ruthless efficiency. Melo didn't just score, he answered. Kobe would hit a fadeaway. Melo came right back with a pull-up over a hand in his face. Kobe would storm the rim. Melo muscled through defenders and got to the line. For years, stars had cracked under Kobe's aura. They folded when he looked them in the eye. But Melo? He smiled. He talked back. He relished the fire. As Charles Barkley said that night, people don't understand, Carmelo's not just talented. He's fearless. And that's what you need against Kobe. This wasn't just a game anymore. It was the start of a war.
Will this championship be special or just the same doing it without Shaquille?
You know, a lot of people make a lot out of that.
Yeah.
People that don't know what they're talking about make a lot out of that. You know, the truth is he never would have won without me. And we would never would have won without Fisher, Robert, Horry, Phil, and everybody else.
Game 2 at Staples wasn't just basketball, it was psychological warfare. Kobe Bryant, the master of intimidation, the surgeon of subtle mental jabs, walked straight to Carmelo Anthony during warm-ups. No trash talk, no theatrics, just 2 words, delivered with a smirk only Kobe could pull off, it's war. And Melo knew it was. If Game 1 was a heavyweight shootout, Game 2 was a chess match played with fists. Carmelo kept leaning on his size, punishing Kobe on the glass, bodying him in ways few dared. He grabbed 4 offensive boards in the first half alone, earning putbacks and free throws the hard way. Each rebound was a message, I'm not backing down. But Kobe wasn't just going to trade buckets this time, he was going to test Melo's discipline. He pressed him full court, bumped him off the ball, whispered in his ear, glared after every whistle. Kobe wanted cracks. He wanted frustration. He wanted Melo to lose focus. Yet, Melo didn't break. He smiled. He fought. He scored. And while the Lakers eked out another win, 105-103, the mood inside Staples had shifted. This wasn't going to be the cakewalk everyone predicted. The Nuggets weren't afraid. Carmelo wasn't afraid. And for the first time in a long time, Kobe Bryant had found a rival who wanted all the smoke.
He is the best scorer. Kevin Durant is second, but the best offensive player in the NBA is Carmelo Anthony.
By the time the series shifted to Denver, the tension was no longer hidden. It was oozing from every possession, every stare down, every word whispered under breath. Kenyon Martin would later reveal just how raw it got. Kobe said some things that I can't repeat on television. That was Kobe's way. He tested your soul before he tested your jumper. But here's what shocked the Nuggets locker room. Melo didn't flinch. He didn't jaw back, didn't lose his cool. He just smiled, locked eyes, and said the words that set the tone for the rest of the series: "I've been ready." It wasn't bravado, it was belief. Melo had spent years being labeled a scorer without leadership, a star without a playoff gene. Now, standing across from the most ruthless competitor of his generation, he welcomed the smoke. For Kobe, it was respect wrapped in war paint. For Melo, it was the chance to prove that he wasn't just another name on Kobe's hit list. He was an equal. And as Game 3 tipped off in the mile-high air, the Nuggets crowd roared like they knew history was about to be written.
I mean, we hugged before the game. He was like,
War.
it's war.
Yeah.
That night in Denver, the game wasn't basketball, it was combat dressed in sneakers. Every cut was met with a shove. Every drive felt like a collision course. Even the refs seemed overwhelmed by the sheer intensity. Players weren't just defending, they were defending their pride. Kobe was merciless, hitting fadeaways over double teams, attacking the rim with a snarl, barking at the Nuggets bench after every dagger. 49 points. On the road. In the Western Conference Finals. That's the stuff of legends. But here's what made it unforgettable: Carmelo didn't blink. 34 points, 10 boards, crashing into the paint like he was built out of steel. Every time Kobe tried to bury Denver, Melo clawed them back into the light. And that's when the narrative changed. It wasn't Kobe versus the Nuggets. It was Kobe versus Melo. A duel so raw, so personal, that even neutral fans were holding their breath. George Karl later admitted, "I'd never seen Melo that locked in." He wanted Kobe. Every single possession, he wanted Kobe. The Lakers would leave Denver with the win, but something much bigger had been won that night: Melo's respect.
He's never been out of the best basketball player of all time debate. Never. Because I played against him. I had guard. Badass man. The ball in his hand. Competitive as they come. 5 rings. All of it. You can't talk about because he had Shaq. No, fuck it. He got 5 rings, man. And he is who he is. Through our generation of playing, my 15 years of playing basketball, Kobe Bryant was the best basketball player in the National Basketball Association.
That Pepsi Center crowd wasn't just loud, it was volcanic. Every Melo bucket sent shockwaves through the building. Kobe, usually the one who dictated the emotional tempo of a game, suddenly found himself reacting instead of leading. Carmelo wasn't just scoring, he was dismantling the Lakers' confidence possession by possession. By halftime, with 27 on the board and a swagger that screamed "I'm not going anywhere," Melo had shifted the energy of the entire series. The Lakers weren't staring at an underdog anymore. They were staring at an equal, maybe even a mirror. Jeff Van Gundy said on the broadcast, "This isn't supposed to happen. You don't go shot for shot with Kobe Bryant in the Western Conference Finals." But Melo? He's doing it, and he's doing it fearlessly. For the first time, the Lakers looked vulnerable. Kobe still had his fire, but Denver had belief. The Nuggets weren't just surviving, they were hunting.
But to see if I was where I was going to stand at. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, like, we grew, man. And
And Phil Jackson had seen this movie before. He knew that Kobe didn't just compete in moments like this, he ascended. Coming out of halftime, the Lakers tightened the screws. Not with some wild new scheme, but with precision execution and a singular trust: let Kobe take them home. While Melo was tearing through defenders with brute strength and shot-making, Kobe shifted gears into full Mamba mode. Fadeaways over double teams, dagger threes with a hand in his face, that cold scowl after every make. This wasn't basketball anymore, it was theater. Melo was roaring, chest out, flexing after every bucket. Kobe? Silent killer. He didn't need to talk, his shots did it for him. The third quarter became a duel within the duel, Melo's raw fire versus Kobe's surgical cruelty. By the time the fourth quarter hit, Staples center ghosts seemed to follow Kobe into the Pepsi Center. Every possession slowed, every dribble felt heavier. And that's when Phil Jackson's gamble paid off. The Zen master hadn't adjusted, because he knew Kobe was the adjustment. Melo had delivered his masterpiece, but Kobe was about to remind everyone why legends aren't made in one half, they're etched across an entire series.
I caught Cole one time on Christmas.
Y'all both had 34.
Yeah, but that was a game that was like, this is Christmas in LA.
That was Melo versus Kobe.
Yeah, like I knew that. And he knew that. Yeah, we want to win, but it ain't matter what. I know the stipulations of this game.
Right.
He knows the stipulations of this game. Let's go.
And was he
it's
talking
Christmas.
Shit? Like,
everybody's watching.
Yeah.
The whole world is watching. I'm shooting this 1,000 times. Like,
Facts,
well, you know what we're here for. Fuck you passing the ball for. Like, so
was he telling you that shit? Like in Italian? Like, yo, like all this.
That energy was crazy on Christmas. And you had to be there to really understand.